The Chancellor said that people will be £500 better off by the end of the decade. Do you know how you get there?
Well, wages are rising. Inflation is due to come down. Interest rates have been cut. Now, look, the OBR takes a lot of different calculations. A 4 or 5 year projection has some degree of uncertainty. But look, no one is saying that everything is rosy. You know, we inherited a mess. The global economic situation is very complex and difficult. But I think today we've seen the green shoots of recovery, and we're starting to see signs that people will be better off under this Labour government, certainly than they were under the Conservatives for 14 years.
I mean, people feel broke at the moment. Next week, we're looking at energy going up by £111, council tax average £109, water bills £123, car tax and TV licence are £5 each, broadband bills up to £36.
Chris,
I mean, it's hard. We're facing 10 days of absolute misery for people, and they're being told they're 500 quid better off by 2029. It's an insult to them, isn't it?
No, we know it's difficult. No one's saying that the cost of living crisis has gone away overnight, but we know that wages are going up. We know that inflation is coming down. We know that the economy is growing. Not saying it's perfect, a long way to go, a lot more work to do. I hope the government will go further on some of these measures to get growth in the economy, to support people, working people with wages. But this is a start, an important start. And you know, these are difficult decisions. At the same time, we want to raise revenue to invest in public services, because if the NHS doesn't improve, then it makes it tougher for people to get back to work. So there's lots of different challenges for the country at the moment. Defence spending, a massive challenge that we've committed to 3% of GDP on
cut the aid budget for that. That's not very Labour.
Well, but Chris, I do not accept that it's not Labour. And I've been on GB News before, and I've really challenged this proposition. It's not Labour.
It wasn't manifesto, I mean by that.
Well, the world has changed somewhat even since the last election. I think anyone would accept that. And let's just be very clear. The Labour Party was one of the founding members, the principal members behind NATO. So I have absolutely unashamed in saying that we should support our military, we should raise our defence spending. And that means
pro-gay budget normally, that's why I was
and also pro-growth as well, because defence spending can lead to brilliant jobs, reindustrialisation of our country.
Just on growth, Jake, before I turn to the panel, 2% annual growth was planned, now it's 1%.
Yeah.
So all the budget last October's failed, hasn't it? I mean, basically the economic prospectus is not working for this government.
Chris, again, you do need to look at the global situation at the moment. It's pretty much every single Western country in Europe anyway has seen their growth downgraded over the last 6 months for reasons that we can talk about if you want. And look, in the next year we're estimated to have the second highest rate of growth in the G7. These aren't big numbers. We're living in an era of low growth across the world, and we need to be realistic about it. But I think there is some encouragement that the OBR have upgraded our growth figures over the next few years.